Hello and welcome to the Daily 10. I should say good morning because this is a morning stretch. This is the exact stretch that I have been doing for the past month, and my hips and my hamstrings have been feeling incredible, and I've been getting incredible flexibility gains because of it. Granted, it's the morning. These are our stretches. Yes, some of them are a little bit confronting. Yes, it will challenge you, but I promise if you stick to this, you will be blown away by the results. So let's get into it. Good morning. I hope that you are hydrated or hydrating at least. It actually really helps with flexibility, so don't skip your hydration. We're going to begin in this super simple hip opening position. Bring the soles of your feet together, and I want your feet to be about 2 hand distances away from your groin. And we're just going to let our legs relax here. Grab hold of them, the front of your ankles. Take a deep breath in. Pull yourself up and open through the chest, and then exhale, drop the chin to the chest and just gently start to round the spine. Now, as you round the spine, what I want you to notice is initially you get that feeling of like that kind of, good morning, I've been neglecting my mobility, or that good morning, like things are not feeling so great right now. And that's okay. Inhale, lift up the chest. Look up to the ceiling, exhale, drop the chin to the chest, roll back down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, drop it back down. Inhale, come back up. That sensation starts to go away as we start to move through this. Like maybe not completely go away, but goes away a little bit. And then just coming down as far as you feel you can. I know some of you are going to be like, trying to pull yourself forward if you're super stiff, and that's okay. Try to take the tension out of the shoulders a little bit if you are pulling that little bit further forward. And you can always grab a block, raise your hips, and do this, or even do this from a chair, which would look like this. You're not so much bringing the feet together, but you can just bring the feet flat and roll forward and just work with kind of rounding forward and then coming up and letting the hips stretch in that way. Okay, now that we're here, we're gonna take the hands behind us, bring the feet flat to the floor, and begin to lift up through the chest. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, lift the hips off the floor, raising here, and this time you'll feel a bit of a stretch for the front, maybe of your biceps, your shoulders. I don't want to tell you where you're going to feel it, so just pay attention to that yourself. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, come down. Beautiful. This time we're coming back into that position. Bring one heel close, the other foot is, again, about 2 hand distances away, 1.5. We're going to focus on one side first. So take a deep breath in, lengthening, and then exhale. See if you can lengthen your chest forward and then come down. Sometimes you can feel this kind of like strange sensation where it's like, oh, it doesn't really feel like my muscles are stretching. It feels like there's like a tendon. I would just kind of move your leg around a little bit, and you can find the way to stop that from happening. Sometimes pulling the toes back towards the knee helps. Bringing the foot a little bit closer also helps. So just find the line of tension that works for your muscle rather than feeling like you are in an awkward position, if that makes sense. And we're just gonna hold here, take a deep breath in, and release a full breath out. With that exhalation, we wanna let ourselves relax further. Let the neck drop. Find the edge of that tension. And allow yourself the permission to relax there. Notice if your mind is catastrophizing it a little bit, like, too scary, too scary. And on the next exhalation, relax and just ask, like, what would happen if we just sat in this slight discomfort and chose to relax as much as we can? Gently push yourself back up. Perfect. Oh, hair getting in the way. And then from here, we're going to move into a pigeon variation. So I'm going to extend the left leg back behind me because I had the right leg in front, and like I said, we're staying on one side, okay? And we're gonna come into pigeon pose. Now, if pigeon is not appropriate for you right now, another option that you can do, coming up to a couch or a chair, is to kind of take a modified variation of this, where we want to still get a stretch for our hip. We're gonna come down and hold our leg as though it was in pigeon. And then over time, maybe we can actually start to take that top leg back a little bit and then see if we can keep the hips square and then sink down. So we're bringing the floor to us. It means that we don't need to have as much flexibility in that back leg, which some of you may find quite confronting when you first start pigeon. Take a deep breath in and let's come down. If you're obviously doing this variation, you're lengthening forward and bending your elbows a little bit. You're not necessarily folding forward all the way towards the bench.
One more deep breath in here. And release a full breath out. Good. Coming back up, we'll shift the weight over to the side and we'll change sides. So now I'm gonna bring the leg in, the heel that was my pigeon side, in close to my groin, my other leg 2 hand distances away, or just playing with the right positioning for you. We're gonna take a deep breath in, and then we're gonna fold long and then forward. So rather than rounding like we did on the other one, I want you to stay as long as you possibly can. Remember that each pose is setting you up for the next. So as best as possible, try to relax and release into each variation I give you. How's the tension in your jaw and your neck? What about your toes and your fingers? Gently bring yourself back up. Let's take pigeon on this left side. So bringing the leg in, and we'll take the other leg back behind us. And we'll stay upright for a second while we let that glute and piriformis, these important hip muscles, just release a little bit. Arguably all muscles are important, so that's a little bit of a redundant way to describe muscles. Release it down. Inhale and exhale. Relaxing when you feel ready. The hardest thing about stretching in the morning, other than, actually the doing it part, like hitting play and deciding that you're going to commit to this 10 minutes, is that we're also super stiff in the morning. And so it can almost feel like a bigger barrier to stretching. I just want you to honor that. Know that the sensations are going to be a little bit more intense than if you were to do this after a workout or later in the day. And sometimes I think that's a good thing. One more deep breath in. Relax a little bit further. And then we'll come back up. Shift the weight over to the side. And let's just take one more of these ones. So we're going to lift up the chest. But we're also going to use our glute muscles to lift our hips up. And then coming down. Cross the legs in. We're going to come into a hamstring stretch, but I want you to really use your chair or your bench here. Now, even if you're super flexible, what we're going to do is we're going to take the left foot back, the right leg is going to be forward, and ideally the right leg is straight. So have a look at a couple of key things here. My back foot, I'm pushing the heel down, but I'm keeping my arch lifted. That might start to throw your hips off a little. Your hips are going to want to move over to the right. So I want you to think about your right hip and pull it square. Okay, now with the front leg, I want that knee to be straight, but I also don't want your back to be rounded here. I don't want you to be like this, trying to get to the floor. That's why we're using the bench, to take the weight of our upper body off and to try to let the top of our pelvis tip down, right? Like we're trying to, I'm thinking about terrible things here, but not terrible, it's not terrible, but I'm thinking about kind of crude ways to describe this, but it's like, imagine you're holding a torch in your butthole, stay with me, and you wanted to point it directly behind you. That's a great cue, okay? Stay with me. It's a great cue. You're not gonna forget it now. So now, the things I've said on the internet. Okay, we're thinking about crown of the head lengthening, torch shining directly behind us, and we're gonna hold. Breathe. Breathe. You will feel it in your hamstring, probably on both sides. Now here's where I'm going to challenge you slightly. Do not let that torch tip back down to the floor, okay? It should be shining directly behind you. You're going to press down into your feet and take your hands off for 5, 4, 3, torch is high, 2, 1. Beautiful. Breathe, take the weight off. See if you can tip your chest down a little bit further. Beautiful. Let's change sides. I know, it's an interesting cue, but you're gonna remember it now forever. So, back foot turns out slightly, back heel down, but arches high. Square off the hips, press down through the toe pad on your front foot as well here. And then belly draws in, butthole points backwards, crown of the head lengthens forward. We're trying to create as much length as we can. We're trying to be as flexed in the hip as we can, as opposed to flexed in the lumbar spine, right? Rounded. Because it's flexion in the hip that's going to create more pull on your hamstring. This takes the pull away. This makes sure that we're getting it into the hamstring. And by making sure that your arches are high, you will feel how that changes the tension on the back hamstring, back calf. Okay, let's hold, breathing and lengthening. This should be kind of passive static, and then we're going to turn it into an active static shortly when we take our hands off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down and relax. Nice work, guys. Okay, we'll take a double leg variation of that. So now just come down, but this time I want you to really think about, same thing with the torch, right? So as you come down towards the bench, maybe you're gonna start to get your hands to the floor. I want you to always think about really keeping the torch high on the wall. And then bend the knees, head drops down, shake out. Yes and no. Beautiful. Unroll. Now, if I stand all the way up, I'm going to lose my head in the frame, so I'm not going to stand up, but you guys can stand up. We're going to now move into a horse stance. So I want you to take your feet outside of shoulder distance apart, okay? So turn the toes out, sink your hips down, come into as low as you can, and then we're gonna lift the body. Now push the knees out nice and wide here, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7. Knees are pushing out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands either to the bench or to the floor. Okay, we're gonna move into a lateral lunge, like this. Or we're gonna move into a Cossack, and it really depends on where you're at. If you can take the Cossack, I want it to be not where you're like passively sitting in the Cossack like this. I want it to actually be like an active Cossack, like this. If you're in the lateral lunge, go as long as you can and hold forward. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change sides. Let's go. 10, 9, either here, 8, 7, or there, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Come back to center, hands to the floor. Bring the knees down, toes together, knees out nice and wide. We're gonna start to sink our hips down to the floor. If you can't get them to the floor, grab a block, sit on a block, but get your legs into this position. I want you to feel that your inner thighs are working, but that we're tipping the top of our hip down. And then we're gonna start to come down, and we're gonna move into a passive stretch here. Breathe, this is our last stretch. Last intense stretch. I want you to close your eyes for the last couple of breaths in this pose. Maybe intensify the stretch a little, move a little deeper into it if you can. Maybe letting your chest come a little closer to the floor. I want you to imagine someone that makes you feel really safe. And if you can't imagine someone right now, imagine a place. Notice the details of that person's face or that safe place. Notice how that impacts your body. Notice how that impacts your thoughts. Take one more deep breath and then relax. And then use your hands to come back up. Slowly bring the legs back together. And that is your just over 10 minutes morning stretch. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, with stretching, we need to come back to these sequences frequently. So do not let this be the only time that you do this stretch. No matter how hard it felt for you, come back, come back, come back. And it will get easier over time. You will be shocked. It will happen faster than you think, provided you are more consistent than you have ever been before. I'll see you soon. Daily 10 family, I just want to take a moment to say thank you so much for being here with me. Honestly, this community is so beautiful and it means so much to me. And the fact that you are willing to give me 10 minutes of your day, well, let's say slightly, a little bit more. I know. Sometimes I go over. It is what it is, right? Either way, the fact that you're willing to trust me with your body means so much to me. I do not take it lightly. So I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to take a look around at some of the playlists that I have. I curate these playlists based on body part, maybe if you're starting from day one, also based on vibe. So check those out. And if you do feel ready to take your flexibility to the next level, make sure you check out my programs, particularly my mobility and my flexibility programs. The flexibility program is a little bit more goal oriented. So it's very much front splits, slide splits. It was designed for dancers, gymnasts, martial artists, especially you martial artists, because you love the martial part and forget not so much the art, but forget that flexibility is a huge part of making your movements super efficient. Even if you don't fit any of those categories, that stretch program is chef's kiss and will get you the flexibility that I know your body needs. For those of you that are wanting a softer approach, you're probably gonna wanna check out the mobility program. This one is about joint health. It's about kind of getting into your body and developing a lot more awareness through the joints. So yes, you are still gonna get more flexible through it, but it's just not quite as goal-oriented as the other one. Check them out, let me know what you think, and you know what? I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Bye.